Well, I think that for the future of agriculture, we need to look at not only making it more resilient on the landscape, more diversity, but we also have to look at the energy systems, because our agriculture today, if you look at it anywhere across the U.S., you can see it's highly dependent upon cheap fossil fuels, not only for the tractors and combines, but for the fertilizers are a bigger need, a bigger demand on fossil fuels. So we're going to have to look at systems that are more resilient and need less fossil fuels, but also we're going to have to build in the system some ways of creating our own energy sources. And so, for example, if we look at what we're doing in the Midwest for energy, we're making a lot of ethanol for cars that go down the highway. And frankly, the cars that take that ethanol get really poor mileage. And so we're, in a sense, we're not using it very efficiently. We're kind of wasting it. I've calculated that for every gallon of ethanol made from corn, we lose 2 gallons of soil to erosion. So it's not a sustainable system here. But now what if we could instead use perennial crops like prairie plants and make a fuel out of that, make it at the local scale, at the farm scale, to power the farm. There is technology, thermal systems, one's called pyrolysis, and it can be done on a small scale. So let's imagine if we could make fuel from a perennial crop, whether it's a woodlot or a prairie lot, make fuel on the farm to power the machinery on the farm, and we don't need as much fuel to grow that crop, like corn and soybeans. We don't need much energy to grow it because it's much more self-sufficient. So we're using less energy and we're creating our energy on the farm. So we need to look at those kind of things, and also solar and wind, a combination. Like Bill McKibben said, don't look for one silver bullet like ethanol, look for silver buckshot. A lot of things that all together will take care of the problem. The farms could be self-powered. And not only self-powered, but use much less energy because they're using, for example, animals harvesting their own feed instead of tractors harvesting the feed. Because if you look at that, most dairy farms, for example, the cows are confined by the milking facility. And then all the feed is harvested at a distance, brought to the animals, stored, fed to them daily, and the manure then is collected and then taken out to the field. Whereas if you can design it right, based on the ecological model, and to make it so that all you have to do after each milking is open the next pasture gate. The cows go in the pasture, you close the gate, they harvest their own feed, they spread their own manure where it needs to be, they enjoy their work, and so you save all that energy cost. There's a grazing editor magazine, I forget his name right now, who said, it's the nature of grass to stand in one place, and it's the nature of cows to move about, but we've made the cows stand in one place and made the grass move to the cows. And that's only because of cheap fuel that we could do that. And so now we need to look at how we can utilize the energy and organizing power of nature's ecology here to do that for us.